So guys, welcome back. In the last one we saw about data binding, how to bind a date format. So now today we will see about how to write our own custom editor classes. So here I would like to explain more of it. The custom date editor is used to register the date format with the data binding class, that is the web data binder. Okay, so here are some property editor classes that I told you earlier: currency editor, file editor, properties editor, URL editor, string editor. So these are all the property editor classes that are available in Spring MVC. So this custom date editor class is used to register my date format. So what was my date format? We have formatted our date in this something like this. Okay, so we are binding these with our data binder class using the register custom editor. So in that we have passed the parameter as date.class because the data type was date and my field name is DOB. So this is the field name that is present over in my web page, and I have binded my custom data editor with the web data binder using the binder instance of the web data binder. Okay, internally it uses a concept known as property editor concept. So this date editor is used to typecast, means convert my string type into a date type. So Spring has many inbuilt classes that I opened last was this. Yeah, String has lots of property editor classes, I told you. So now while performing data binding, Spring helps to do data binding for a particular data type using the property editor class. So we'll see now how to write my own custom property editor class for our specific requirement. So my requirement is, I want, if I don't enter a username over here, I want to populate it default as Alex. So what I will do, I'll just add another custom editor class. So before that, what is my custom editor class? That is the user editor. Okay, so this is the custom editor, that is the user defined custom editor that extends the property editor support. So property editor support. Now we'd like to tell you more about this set as text override methods. So now property editor object has method known as set as text. Okay, so we have overridden this method. This method belongs to that object because we overridden this because we want to tell it exactly how we want to bind this username from our web page. So this username is coming from our web page, as the web data binder is already binded my form fields. So Spring will automatically populate this variable with the variable that we have entered in the web page. So if we have typed here empty space, then that empty space will be passed in here to the text variable, that is the username. And we have the set value object over here, this dot set value. So once we have taken our text and converted it, we need to be sure and set it the object and set it for this object. So I have taken the value. Oops. Just a minute. Just it gone hang. Yeah, and now it's working. So once we have taken our text and converted it into object, we just need to set it. So this is done by this dot set value. We have set the object, we have assigned that object for Spring to use and bind it to our web page again. Okay, so let's go to our base annotated controller class. and we will use it in the same way that we did for custom date editor. So the difference over here is this custom date editor is the Spring provided date editor. Property editor classes is one of the Spring provided property editor classes, and this new user editor is my own defined user editor class, property editor class. So where I have extended this class from the property editor support, and overwritten is one of its method. So let's see how it works now. So I have given an empty string over here, so it should populate it as Alex. So here it goes, it populates it as Alex. So guys, this is how we can bind them custom editor. So there may be some requirement that you want to bind your employees. Suppose you have a web page where you have employee data, so you want to bind this employee data into a drop down menu. So you can do this by using this kinds of custom editor classes. So a big thank you to you all. Thank you.